and welcome to this week's video. So I thought we could start off this week by kind of going back to last week's video and talking about it in the present. I talked a lot last week about dreams and a lot about the future, and I've been really thinking recently a lot about the future and what I'm doing now and what I want to do, and obviously that's been a big thing this whole past year and a half we've been in Australia. Just kind of figuring out what I want to do, experimenting with art. I've got a little tiny studio in the corner of our bedroom and I'm loving it. And last week I talked a little bit about dreams, and I said something, it came really naturally, and it is very true, that the only kind of big dream I've ever really had, obviously apart from travelling, seeing the world, doing this, that and the other, career wise I've never really had a big dream. I've always known that I just wanted to be an artist and work for myself, and that's always been a consistent thing over the years. I'd say for the last 10 years at least. And I've tried multiple times, I've had multiple ideas, they've never really stuck. And then when I started doing my YouTube a year and a bit ago, I really stuck to this, and I'm really consistent, and I really love doing it, and it helped me be more consistent with my artwork. And so I've just been thinking a lot about dreams, and obviously I've been working a ton and I haven't had a lot of time to be able to work on my stuff as much as I wanted to. And I said last week that I'm kind of a million miles away from my goal of being freelance, but I'm on the road and that's what matters, and that is still very true. It's still very true. But one thing that's been kind of ringing in my ears the past few days since I uploaded that video is the fact that I'm a million miles away, and I do feel I am a long way away, but I want to make sure that I'm definitely moving closer and I'm not stagnant and I'm not just still next year saying the same thing, you know. I want to be on my way, I want to be moving. And I think one thing that's really helped me over the past couple of months create more is getting off my phone and actually replacing that time with creating. I think a big turnaround for me was around Christmas. I deleted TikTok and I haven't had it since. I haven't been on there since, and my screen time basically halved. Like, I didn't realise how much time I was spending on there, like I did, and that's why I had to give it up, because I was like, I'm just like rotten my whole brain. So since then I've been a lot better. I do still have Instagram and stuff, but I think I'm gonna have a bit of a detox this week, and I'm gonna replace that time I was doing. So basically after getting in from work at about 3 o'clock, because I work from 6 a.m, by the time I get home it's about 3 o'clock, I'm normally tired and going to bed / doing tea, winding down at like 5:30. So I have a couple of hours where I've been watching shows, relaxing, which I'm still going to do obviously. Like, I can't just be a machine 24/7. There's going to be some days where I don't create, but on the days where I do, like today, where I get a bit of a pep in my step and I'm like, no, I'm going to create today, and that's why I'm filming. I'm gonna draw, and I'm just gonna try and, even when I'm watching TV, I'm gonna try and draw. I'm gonna have my sketchbook with me, be thinking of ideas, not looking at socials, and not also being influenced a lot by other creators, because that can also be quite a toxic place. I remember when I deleted TikTok, I wanted to make my Instagram purely like art algorithm, and I just wanted to see what people are creating and be in the same space as those people. And I actually found that that is actually hurting me now. I think seeing so many people create, and all of their creating, and obviously they're posting everything on socials, and they're doing this and they're doing that, and they're doing marketing, they're selling this, and then they're freelancing, and like all of these things were actually harming me, because it was making me feel guilty that I wasn't there yet. After I've been trying for so long, you know, like I've been putting a lot of effort into it and I'm still not there, and that's totally fine, because that's my journey and I need to go on this to get there. But it was actually like making me not create, because I just saw all of these people creating, and I am someone that I do want to create like a bunch of different things, like I want to try so much, and that was making me do nothing. So I'm gonna try and obviously not be on socials as much, and I think it'll just be better overall. Obviously some days I'm not gonna want to sit and draw or print something or whatever, and I'm gonna let myself have those days. But if I can replace the time I'm just sitting on my phone looking at these people doing the things that I want to do and making myself feel bad about it, then I'm gonna replace it. So we're gonna try our best with getting on and organising things and focusing in, and just kind of replacing the time on our phone with drawing, or just doing something simple like sitting here for an hour after I get in, and then it takes the guilt away because I've done some creating, and then I can go relax. I can watch TV with my boyfriend, and I can make tea, and I can, you know, do all of those things. So that's a bit of a revelation that I've had this week. So, well, over the weekend and beginning of this week. So I thought you could watch me do some of my creating, and we could do some together if you like, if you are also looking for a bit of a detox. And even if you're not creative or whatever, like just getting off your phone is so healthy. Just grab a little notebook and just do some doodles or something for half an hour. Like, it will make all the difference. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of drawing, not really think about it, do some drawing in a little pad. I was actually doing some yesterday. We were watching Widow's Bay. If anyone's watched it, it's really good. If you haven't watched it, it's scary, but it's really good. I don't like horror, I don't like scary things. And I was watching like that half the time. So that was scary, but it's really good. So I was doing some drawing yesterday while I was doing that, and yeah, I just fancy being sat here. I've come in today. I think I had a coffee quite a little bit later on, and I think that's the thing I need to do, is when I'm like, I want to create today, because I spend the whole day thinking I can't wait to get home, and I can't wait to get home and paint or draw, and as soon as I walk in I'm like, I can't, like I'm so tired. But I was like, I'm gonna tactically have a coffee at like, I had it on my lunch at like 1, so I still feel quite awake. We don't know how long it'll last, but we're gonna grab it and we're gonna just keep going. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe we're gonna draw. I've got a little half done painting here. We've got our little stamps. I hope you guys like the last few videos. So let's get creating, and we're going to do that to the end of the week and see what we get done. Maybe I'll show you at the end all of the things that I end up doing while getting off my phone and creating. I've been painting a little bit and been drawing a bit, but I'm feeling a bit restless now, so I feel like I'm gonna take my makeup off, get like comfy on the couch. I'm gonna start a new series possibly, and yeah, I'm gonna carry on drawing. I'm gonna take my little pad with me. I've been doing a couple drawings, and I did look up some possible like prompts on ChatGPT. Like I just said, give me 20 words and I'll try and draw it, but I don't know if that really works for me. So I think I'm just going to keep it simple with like a pencil, the pad, and I can just run through this paper because it's really cheap, like really cheap low quality paper. I don't know where I got them from. I can't remember. Oh, I think I got them from oh my god, what's it called? I can't think what it's called. But they're really cheap, and I've got a couple of them, so I can just run through the paper, and just even if it's not good, then I'll just keep going, just till I find an idea that maybe I want to turn into a lino print. Or I've actually got something really exciting coming tomorrow, so hopefully it comes in time for me to do some in the video, but if not, I can maybe do a video next week on it. Well, I'm really excited, but I'm hoping it comes. It just says it's at the order today. It's just from Amazon, so I've needed to like hurry up so it comes kind of in the morning / it's here when I'm at work. So let's hope it comes tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna go take my makeup off from the day. I've had this on since 4:30 and it's at least 5 o'clock now. So 4:30 AM and it's 5 PM. I'm not had it on for half an hour. And yeah, we're gonna get cozy. I'll take you guys with me. We'll sit on the couch and we'll do some more drawing. So it's the next day. Happy Friday, guys. It's actually Friday today. I got my package. Let's open this. So this is going to be the monoprinting stuff that I bought. I think I told you guys the other day. So last night, sorry if it's a bit noisy. So last night I did some drawing. I did a little bit of sketching, nothing too crazy. I'll show you guys some of the stuff I did. I did these like funky little faces. Let's see where I began. Sorry, literally all the papers all over the place now. I did these funky little faces like in little vases. I don't know if you can really see that because it's pencil. Look at the paper because of the watercolour paint that I did. I did these little faces. I was just doing these to kind of loosen up. Isn't that cute? So I was just drawing some of these little funky things. And I was just relaxing. I was brainstorming and all of those good things. So I was doing that while we were watching a TV show. What were we watching? I don't know, we were watching something on Netflix. But our monoprinting stuff is cool. Today I've been in work. Oh, it's in a little box. Oh, cute. So yeah, today I've been in work, and then I've just got in now. Me and Carl just went for a coffee and a little sit down. It is like 4:30, but I like to try and stay up a bit later on Friday because I go to bed so early during the week. And obviously I have the vlog and I wanted to film and I wanted to use some of this stuff. So the vlog might be a little bit later today. But this is our little package. Let's see what we've got in here. I think this was like $36 just on Amazon because it come with a few things. Like I needed a new little roller, you know, for my lino as well, so I was like, oh, I'll get that. So we've got a roller. I also needed this for my lino printing, so I was like, I'll get that. This is basically, you put it on top of the lino, and you know what I was doing, like in the last video, I was doing it with this, my little coaster. This is, you're supposed to use one of these and then you put the pressure on, and there's a little handle so you can hold it. So it comes with one of them. It comes with masking tape, which is always handy. Come with watercolours. I did see a few comments saying that it should be acrylic, but even if it is, I've got acrylic. Now we've got some watercolours. Oh, why did I think this was going to be bigger? I don't know why, because the box is so small. This is actually perfect size. It's like A5. For some reason I thought it was going to be like A4 size. It did have the measurements on the thing, I just wasn't looking. But that's perfect because my prints are basically going to be A5. If I need another one, I can get another one. So it comes with a gel plate, and also, wow, that's a lot. Stencils. So you get these little stencils. Did you see? Which is cool. And it comes with paper. How good's that? And a little how to use situation. Oh, I love this. I'm really excited. So we're going to do some experimenting. That is so cool. I don't know if you can see this, but there's like a little, see the string? You put string down, put paint. So what you do is you put paint on the block. So you cover this, you roll paint on this, and then you can put like leaves, flowers, anything to kind of block the whatever the details, just like the stencil, and then you get the opposite of it. So you can put like leaves down. I'll put some pictures up of some inspo that I really liked. You can put some leaves down and you get all the details of the leaves. Yay, I'm really happy with that. We're gonna have to get into it kind of straight away because we're losing the light. It's the end of Friday and this video needs to be edited and uploaded today. So maybe this video will go up tomorrow, who knows. But I'm going to start experimenting. Maybe I'll do a couple, I'll show you guys. And yeah, I'm going to have a little play around with these. So let me sort out my table so we can actually see what we're doing and we'll get money printed. So I've cleared my table and got my stuff out. I'm going to pick some colours. I mean, you know me guys, I feel like you know me by now. I always like to dive in at the deep end. So I think I want to do like a 2-colour situation. So I think we're going to try that. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to paint this. I think I'm going to go in with a pencil and do a bit of a drawing. And then I'm going to do that. And then I don't know what else I'll do. I'll see how the first colour works out and then I'll come back. But I think I'm going to try a 2-colour situation, but I'm not going to use the stencil. I'm going to put colour down and then use the back of a pencil to do a little freehand sketch, and then I'm going to print that. So let's try that. So this is actually a touch harder than I thought. I thought it was going to be quite easy. My first one was basically a fail. You could really see it. You could see some of the little design there. You can see the outline, which is kind of cool. And then my second one, so I think I needed more paint. I think I put too much paint, and then I tried to like put more on, and then it just went a bit funny. So you can see like some of the outlines. So maybe this technique isn't working. I think I might do a little bit of research, which I probably should have done before, but I thought I'll just dive in. So I think I was on the right lines with this. Obviously just need more paint. Maybe a different technique, who knows. It is a bit funny how this paint, obviously it's watercolour paint. The more paint you have, the less the roller can roll, which is really annoying, and I found that also with lino prints, so just be aware of that. This is really cool, like you can put it down, it's not going to go anywhere, it's not going to budge. You can put your paper on it. I was doing the smoothing. I think I'm just going to watch a little tutorial, and then if I find a good one I'll like show you guys it too, and then we can try again, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to experiment and we're here to try again. So let me do that little bit of research. Let me see what I want to do. I do still want to keep it like loose and free and just kind of like doing it with the pencil like I was. But let's do a little bit of research, and then I'll come back to you when I've kind of figured it all out. we figured out, well, I figured one way out of doing it. So these are my two successes. I thought I'd like jump on and show you guys this way of doing it. How cute. So this way, I looked at a few different ways. So with this, as you guys saw, I drew straight on the jelly plate. So I put the paint down, rolled it on, and then I literally used the back of a paintbrush. I think this works better using something like this or an earbud or something, rather than a pencil. It does really clean lines. I just did a little doodle, and yeah, it worked really well. We're always going to have these, it's always going to be very handmade with printing. Obviously there's so many things you can do to probably prevent that. Something I seen was wetting the paper, kind of misting it down. That helps the ink stick to it a lot better. I've seen, the same person every time. I've seen some people completely soak their paper, like they did a painting, like an actual painting on the jelly plate, soaked the paper and put the wet paper on, let the paper dry, and then peeled it off, and it was a painting. So there's that option if you want that kind of long form, you do it really quick. Like this took like 2 minutes, and I think it looks cool. I really like it. So I think the dark colours are a bit better, but I'm definitely going to keep going. So this is where you'll find me this evening. I'm going to start doing a bit more, and then we need to edit this vlog so you guys can actually see and watch this video. But I'm going to do some more, and then maybe we can come back, have a chat about the last few days off my phone. Obviously I've been on my phone now and then, but trying to fill my evenings with lovely stuff like this. And yeah, I'll show you when I've done a couple more. So I've just been doing some more printing. I feel like I need to start doing the vlog, otherwise you're never going to see this tonight. But I thought I'd show you some of the things I've just made, and I thought we could have a little chat at the rest of the video. But let's show you what I've just made. I'll go from the newest. So I've just done this one. It's just a little face on a little vase. I really like the thought of doing it like this, because I always really like doing line work, and I feel like it's really free and you don't really have to think, and it takes the pressure out of it, and I think it always works out quite well. So this was the latest one I did, and then I did this one, which is just kind of like little doodles, stars, swirls, all those fun things. Then I did a little dove. Can't really see this one very well. I feel like the last one was possibly the best, like it's the darkest, but I'm sure we'll get the technique down a bit more. I did a little dove doodle. This is my little, like a little variation of my logo. And then I don't know which one was which first, but then I did this one. I think this one must have been the first one that was a success, but I really like him. I feel like it's a him. He's cute. And then this one. More little wiggly vases. And I feel like when I do the faces, it actually suits the vase. I don't know. Obviously we had some fails, which you guys seen. A lot of them didn't work. This one didn't even really show. which is what we do experimentation for. But it's handy that it comes with paper if you guys do want that little set that I got from Amazon. But success so far for our first, like, I think I'm maybe sat here for an hour, maybe probably a bit less than that. But I'm really enjoying it, and I really rate monoprinting. And you can get stuff done so quickly because you only have so much time before it dries. So these probably take like 3 minutes to do, you know. So if we do our fun print glove that I really want to do, maybe we could do monoprints because everyone could add something different. But we'll think about that while we're experimenting over the next few days. But yeah, I feel like obviously it's going to take a few weeks of doing this and trying to get off the phone for it to actually stick. But now that I know this is so easy, and I'm so glad I bought this, I've got no excuse. Really, I've got no excuse. Sometimes you just don't want to be creative. Sometimes you don't want to sit here and think of something and paint something and do all of that, and I feel like I've solved that now. I can't say that anymore because this is super easy, and really, like, you get a really good kick out of it because you make something different every time and it's really cool. I've got paint all over me. So I'm really happy I did this little test, and I'm going to keep going, and hopefully I'm going to do this more, and we'll see this more, because one goal I've got with the videos as well is for me to film on more days, because sometimes I'm just so tired and drained that I actually cannot film, and I'm just like so tired, you know. So I'm trying to get out of that, and I want to film more so you guys can see some few different days rather than just a bulk of one day and there's loads of pressure to film. So doing things like this and getting off my phone, and even if I filmed every day for like 4 minutes each night, you've still got a good 20-minute video, you know, like you've got a good chunky video, a few different days, different updates, we're doing different things, and I think that'll help make a better video overall as well, which of course is my goal. I watch people's vlogs, and a lot of the people that I watch, like, they do have full-time job, like this is their full-time job, so of course they can do so many fun, exciting things in their videos, but that doesn't mean I want my videos to be any less fun or exciting. So now that we've got little fun artworks to do, hopefully you guys will see more of me. But yeah, I feel like that was a success. We got off our phones for a couple of events, we've got new printing stuff, which I love, and we've got a new hobby. Hopefully we're going to get a lot closer to that goal of us working for ourselves, and I feel like we've got, I said it was a few million miles away, I feel like we've got a few steps forward and it's feeling a bit closer, so that's always amazing. And that is me for the evening. I'm going to go and edit this very video you're watching, but I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you maybe feel inspired to get off your phone, to do some creating, to do some self-care, whatever you want to do, whether you don't create, whether it's just getting off your phone and even going on your laptop to watch a film all the way through of something that you love, your favourite film, whether that's going to draw on your iPad. It doesn't mean that you can't do all of the things that you love. You can still do everything you want, but you can just be off your phone. So I hope this has slightly inspired you, and thank you for watching this little video of mine. So I will see you again next week, guys, and have a magical weekend. Bye!